Happy Valley on Wednesday night. Paul Lally here with the selections for the race by race preview, and things get underway at 6:40 with a Class 5 over the 1,000 metres. Colonel's on the class drop, blinkers go back on. Noble goes on the class drop. He wears earplugs. Super Elite has the crossover noseband going back on. So Awesome placed 4 from 11 when it comes to this season. Your Everything has the cheek pieces on again. Glorious Expert, the pacifiers off. And Ace Talent's had 3 trials since his last start in May. So from the 1,000 metre start here, Paul, in the Class 5s, Ace Talent's been leading races and trials.
Yeah, he's been going good in the trials, so I think he can easily lead. Not the silly ones, another one that's been going forward, and he's drawn barrier number 2. The old boy Happy Tango likes to go forward, and Colonel's back to 1,000 metres. He went back last time, but didn't really work. So I'll be interested to see what they do here over the shorter trip, whether they try and go forward. But if they do, he could be caught wide. So Awesome, Glorious Expert, Super Elite and Double Show. And You're My Everything, he's way back in trip.
He is. He's been up to 1650 this season. He's 1,000 metres in the first here, Paul. He's not in the first replay, but Ace Talent is. Modest Gentleman runs second. We're going back to May for this replay because it's the last time Ace Talent appeared on race day.
Yeah, and look, I think he can win this race. He's had 3 trials to keep his fitness up, and he's looked good in all those trials. He's a horse that's won in Class 4 as well. He is getting down the ratings now. He's down to a 30 rating. The win was off a 43 rating. He's drawn barrier 3. I think he'll go straight to the front and be tough to beat.
Just got grabbed for second there by Modest Gentleman at the post. He's also in our second replay, Modest Gentleman. This is 1,200, but his record far better over 1,000. We're So Awesome at. He doesn't win out of turn, usually finds 1 win a season. And the stable's flying that of Manfred Man.
They are. Barrier 8, a little bit tricky for So Awesome. Modest Gentleman, he hasn't won for a little while. He hasn't won this season, in fact, from his 11 starts. Has had a couple of placings, so you could maybe entertain him on a place like.
Double Show right down the bottom of the book here. They're running second over the 1,200 metres last time. Wide draw barrier number 10, but he is a horse that is a 2-time winner over the course and distance.
Yeah, so look, coming back to the 1,000 should be okay for him. The second here behind Vigor Elegant, who's racing later in the night, will help. It's just barrier number 10. He's going to have to give them a bit of a start. So he'll want plenty of pace on, which he might get. But look, I was happy to look elsewhere.
But we know it's Ace Talent off the speed map first out, and for you, first home.
Yeah, first out, first home, and I think the leader can win. And the horse in the trail is on the improve as well. Number 4, not the silly one, Modest Gentleman. And then I'm going to put Kayev and Power in on a minor line as well from barrier number 4. 11, 4, 6 and 3.
Karis Teaton and Casper Founds for Paul to win race number 1 on Wednesday night. Second of the Class 5s is race number 2. This race over the 1,650 metres, and we have Gomochun at the top of the book on the class drop. Courier Magic, cheek pieces off, blinkers go back on. Windicator Family, a win and 3 placings at his last 4 starts. Podium wears blinkers again. Yeah Boy now with Michael Chang, who's added cheek pieces. And Medical Eats, a 3-time course and distance winner, and Bo Goss rounds out the field, Paul. And he's going to get a really good trip as the 12.
Yeah, he's sort of fighting for his career off a rating of 20 now, Bo Goss, so he'll want to perform well. Foremost Teddy, though, from barrier 1 should lead. Look, there's the option, I think, for Medical Elite to come forward from his wide draw. He was forward in a low draw last time. If not, Escape Route can pick up that place. Windicator Family, Shinkansen led last time. I don't think it worked, so I think he'll go back to midfield with Servant. Yeah Boy, Tradition always gets back. Courier Magic, Gormotan, the downgrade, and Podium likes to go back as well.
Now look at a couple of replays to look at here. That's because most of them in this race appear in this replay. Shinkansen, as you mentioned, led last time. Here he is in front, but he's been a better horse running on from the back. Bo Goss knocking on the door, and Windicator Family just keeps holding his form.
Yeah, so I'm going to go with Windicator Family. I think he's going to get a really good run in this race. Look, Bo Goss is going to get his opportunity once again, and he just doesn't seem to want to win. That's the problem. Shinkansen is going to get his opportunity because I don't think he'll lead. Foremost said he came off the pace here, but from barrier 1, I'm sure they'll go forward. And Smiling Emperor didn't really frank the form on the weekend.
No, he did not when he went back up in grade. And our second replay is Courier Magic over the 1650. He's coming into Class 5. He's been down in this grade before. He has won, and he's getting a £5 claim.
Yeah, so he'll go back, I think, from barrier number 9. The blinkers will go back on him as well. So there's a couple of positives happening with Courier Magic. The stable's in really good form at the moment as well. So, look, he'll get his chance if he gets the right sort of run. It's just how much pace is in the race. He'll want pace on.
It is a Courier Magic, but you like Windicator Family?
Yeah, I think he'll get a very good run, and he's a horse that's really found form and held it at the moment. Shinkansen's are really well rated. He won off 41 in Class 4. He's down here in Class 5, he'll get his chance. A Podium was disappointing last time, but the race really wasn't run to suit, and we know he is better than that. And then Bo Goss, he goes in on a minor line. Now, he's run second in Class 4 before. He is capable, but he's down to a 20 rating. If he doesn't perform well here, it could be the end of his career in Hong Kong. 4, 6, 7 and 12.
Paul with Windicator Family to continue on his consistent recent form by winning race number 2. Here's the third now, and this race is over the 1200 metres. Class 4 for the first time after the opening 2 were Class 5. Jolly Ruler on the class drop. Meowth makes his Happy Valley debut. Tactical Command's a 3-time course and distance winner. Bunter Baby blinkers off, visor goes on. Number 8 now Victor the Rapid coming in to replace Ming Supreme, and Jerry Chow takes the ride. Sky Song, first up since December last year, has blinkers going on once again and comes up with an inside draw, Paul, but the pace comes from Nebraskan back in distance.
Yeah, look, he led over 1650 last time, but he leads over 1200 as well. Flowing Riches is drawn wide. I think he's just going to have to go on with it and try and get outside the leader. Sky Song from an inside draw. Jolly Ruler should get his opportunity, as will California Deeply. Back to Run Yes Run from the outside draw. Tactical Command will want some pace on because he always gets back.
Here's Antoine Hemlin talking Jolly Ruler. Antoine, last time you were in Class 4 with Jolly Ruler, he was a win, so very nice to be back in grade, is it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm happy to back on this horse. I had 2 winners with him already. Hope the third one coming. We got a good gate. The horse look in good form. Yeah, looks good for him. I hope he will do well.
1,000 metres last time at Sha Tin. Was that just a bit too short, that race for him?
Yeah, that was too short, and he still run well. He still fight. So I'm happy with him. Yeah.
What is it about the 1200 at Happy Valley? Because he's got a really good record at the track.
Yeah, I hope he'll break the record again. No, yeah, that's exactly what he needs and what suits him. So, yeah, sounds good for him on that day. And the opposition doesn't look too strong, so I'm sure he'll have a chance.
That's Antoine talking Jolly Ruler. The opposition, Paul, includes Tactical Command, who's in a couple of replays. He runs on from well back, as he tends to do. He's drawn barrier number 10, but he likes to get back and run on like this normally.
Yeah, and he'll be doing this once again. So it just depends on what sort of pace is in the race for him. If he does get the race run to suit, then he's going to get every opportunity. You can see him go back to the inside there, and he finished off well. So, look, he's definitely a chance.
There's a ride for Alexi Bedell. Mark Newnham trains him. A second replay features Tactical Command once again, but you're going to focus on the Tony Cruz runner here, number 3, running third. Here's number 2 on Wednesday night. Matthew Chadwick rides California Deeply.
Look, this will be his third start back in Class 4. He's run really consistently in both those 2 starts, with the 4th and this 3rd. My Day, My Way's come out of this race and actually won since. So, look, the form looks rock solid coming into it. He's a well-rated horse now. He's one of 69. His last win was of 57, and he's very similar to that rating here at 59.
And finally, Flowing Riches has been in the market both of his starts. He was favourite on debut, and then he ran 4th here behind Sharing. Barrier 11, first look at Happy Valley with no trials. Are you prepared to watch him, seeing he hasn't really run up to his price at his first 2 starts?
Well, he's run a 2nd and a 4th. So, look, if he was a big price, then you wouldn't worry about it. But because he has been favourite, then I suppose you take second looks. There's obviously ability there with this horse. He's trialled well at Sha Tin. It's just the unknown about Happy Valley. He's going to come up short again, I think, after those 2 runs from barrier 11. But I'll put him in, but not on top.
He's going in somewhere behind California Deeply.
Yeah, put California Deeply on top. to beat Flowing Riches. Look, I'm going to put one who should be 50 to 1, and that's Dreaming Winner. He's a bit of a one-hit wonder at this stage with just a second, but that was in this grade, Dreaming Winner. Frankie Law and Drayazzini. Look, his track work's been good leading into it, and he's drawn barrier number 3. So his second was off a 52 rating, and he's now down to this 48 rating. And then Jolly Ruler, last start he was in this grade, he won it, 2791.
That's race number 3, the first leg of the early treble. Race number 4, it's a jump and run 1,000 metre race, and it's a Class 4 event with Lean Master, a last start winner, carrying an extra £6. Crystal Powerful's won 2 from 3 course and distance. First starters the 4 and the 5. Harmony Fire, crossover noseband off, tongue tie on once again. Happy Boys improved last time, and Fortune Races won a trial by 4 lengths since his last start, where he finished down the track over 1,200 metres. Harmony Fire's the leader here, Paul.
He looks like he can lead from barrier number 3, Harmony Fire, get to the front. Fortune Race is the one that could challenge him because he likes to go forward. Happy United likes to go forward but drawn wide, so he might just have to work in the early stages. Divine Moonlight always leads in his trials, when on race day he doesn't, so we'll see what he does here at Happy Valley, because he goes well on those trials when he's in front. Crystal Powerful, Day victory. Now, Power Summit has drawn barrier number 2, but is showing 0 early speed, so I think he's going to have to go all the way. He'll end up back, is what I'm saying.
We'll focus on the other end at the finish, at least, because it's Lean Master who's a last start winner coming into this race. We've got plenty of the same horses here, Paul, throughout the replays, so where do you want to start?
Well, I thought Happy United will get his chance once again. He's a horse that does, if he does go forward, which I think he probably will from barrier number 10, he'll just try and get outside the leader. I like the run. Lean Master's drawn a bit awkward in barrier number 7. That was just what worried me a little bit about him. And Harmony Fire, I think, is a good chance as well.
Both Happy United and Harmony Fire appear here also. Day Victory running second. Better run from Happy Boys. This by far his best performance, but number 12 Marble came out on barrier draw day. Yeah,
look, it was a lot better run. This is not a hard race, so I'm going to put him in the numbers as well. There's a horse down on the inside in those yellow colours, you see with the red sleeves, called 1,000 Cups. Now, he's going to be a big price, but I thought he was running on against the inside there, not too badly as well. So he's a little bit on the improve as well.
That replay. Finally, here's Happy United once again. He runs a 7th here. Crystal Powerful, 1,000 metres seems to be his go. His last start was over 1,200 metres, but the proven record is the 5 furlongs. Yeah,
coming back to the 1,000. I think what you've highlighted here is these horses race against each other quite a lot of times, and there's different outcomes every time. So, again, he's a chance. Happy United, obviously, is a chance here once again. So it's whoever gets the best run on the night, I think.
All right, when you got the chocolate wheel out, who's spun up the winner?
Well, I'm going to go with Harmony Fire because he'll be in front and out of trouble. And he's well rated as one of 59, and he's down to a 50 rating. So we'll put him on top. Happy Boys is on the improve. He's got Zach Purton aboard as well. So he goes. And that one on the inside, 1,000 Cups, I'm going to include him as well, just coming through the inside there. I think he's only had two starts, and I think he's on the improve. One of Tony Cruz's stables going well, and then Happy United and a minor line. 6, 9, 8 and 2.
That is the preview for the 4th, the first leg of the 6 Up. Race number 5 is the Green Handicap, and this race is over the 1,650 metres. Capital Legends, a 3-time course and distance winner. Prince Alex is first up. Our Lucky Glory, a wider draw. Chiram Warrior, a 3-time course and distance winner. Smart City, last start victor. He carries an extra £5 for it. And Meep pacifies with cows off. The blinkers go back on. The old boy is the leader here, Paul.
Yeah, look, he likes to lead. There's no pace in the race, so I think he'll just amble forward and take the lead. Capital Legend, Mighty Steed go forward. Smart City, the last start winner from a wide draw. He might just have to push on with it. There's a big run to that first bend. Smart Trio, likewise. Jumbo Fortune, Prince Alex will get his opportunity. Glorious Junior goes back. And Our Lucky Glory has drawn 11, so he goes back when he draws. Whereas Meep is coming off a Sha-Tin campaign.
He is. And back onto the turf for Meep. We start with winning form around Smart City, who wasn't overly favoured to win this night. He ends up winning quite well. Our Lucky Glory runs third. This one of his better performances over the 1650, but he did have the luxury of the inside.
Yeah, look, he's a bit of hit or miss, Our Lucky Glory. He's a well-rated horse, so I'll put him in because he finishes off strongly, not on a win line. And the other horse there, which is Smart City, was a strong win from him. I don't think that was a fluke by any stretch of the imagination, so he'll go in, but he'll just need luck from that draw.
Capital Legend is racing well and he's running again on Wednesday night off the back of this second. Ellis Wong's taking a claim. Good draw barrier 3, so he's carrying £4 less than what he did this night.
Yeah, he looks well placed and he's in good form. He's won 2 starts ago, run second. In his career, he's won off a 69 rating. He's rated 60 with a claim. He's drawn barrier number 3, horse in form. In a trappy race, I think he's going to get his opportunity. So Ellis Wong's been in great form recently.
He has had a great back end of the season, has Ellis. And Prince Alex, he bled after a trial, so he's been off the scene. He's had 3 trials to prepare for Wednesday night. Hugh Bowman, Douglas White.
Look, he looked good earlier in the season and then sort of went off the boil a little bit. He's, as you say, he's pushed out a bit in this trial, as you can see. Did respond, but barrier number 1, he should get a nice enough run back on the inside. So, look, I was happy to watch him fresh up, but that's sometimes a good time to catch these horses.
Same to you, winning that trial up at Chungfa. So there he is in the yellow and black checks. He'll run third. The trial before that, he was the trial behind Dan Attack, and he ended up making some ground in that and ran 5th. So he's not in, but who is?
Yeah, top one there. I'm going to go with Capital Legend on top. He's a horse in good form at the moment. Mighty Steed has been consistent without winning. He can go forward from his barrier number 7. Now, he's run second of 62, so he's rated 10 points lower at 52. Our Lucky Glory and Smart City, 1, 8, 5 and 9.
That is race number 5. It's the preview for the first leg of the Triple Trio. Race number 6 preview time now, and this race is over the 1,000 metres. Plenty of sprint races on Wednesday night. Youthful Spirits has placed 9 from 16 over the course and distance, but there's a win amongst them as well. Superb Capitalist, a last start winner, carries an extra £4. Healthy, a better draw. Surcharge has the crossover noseband coming off. A wider draw for Looking Bright, and Parents Love is a 2-time course and distance winner, and the 2-year-old. The all-out Paul is right down the bottom, and he's going to be 3 back the outside.
All we needed was Cheval Variant in this race, and you would have had some of the fastest horses in Hong Kong. Candlelight Dinner, Parents Love, Youthful Spirits, Looking Bright's gone forward in both his 2 starts. Superb Capitalist has gone forward. WizKid likes to go forward. I think this is going to be set up for something at the back with all this pace in the race. Although Youthful Spirits did stay on well. Now, Parents Love burned him off last time, and I think he's going to have to slot him behind because Youthful Spirits is drawn wide.
Here's Ben Thompson first up on the All Out. Ben, yet to ride the All Out on race day, but 2 starts for 2 wins, but you didn't have to think too long and hard about taking this ride.
Absolutely, Mark. It was a great offer to have to be able to ride a horse at the All Out. Really progressive youngster, stepping up to Class 3, but he's obviously done nothing wrong.
You've ridden him in track work. What sort of feel did he give you, and what about getting around Happy Valley from your point of view off that track work?
Yeah, our first impressions, he was very intelligent, mature, and he just felt like a fair idea of what his job is. He wasn't like a stellar or an over the top worker. He just done his work and done what he had to, and looks like he does that race day. So I'm sure there's no doubt that he's going to just keep improving this horse, and who knows what next season holds for him. But as I say, he's obviously done everything right so far. He deserves to be well respected tomorrow night, and hopefully can make it 3 in a row.
How hard is it for a 2-year-old in a race like that for his first look under lights at Happy Valley?
It is. Obviously, it's going to be a completely new experience for him. It's one of those things. Like it's always noted a horse going to the Valley for their first time. Like it feels like amongst jockeys and trainers anyway, and you're stepping into a bit of the unknown. But coming from Australia, and I'm sure that obviously the boys in the UK where horses aren't having trials and jump outs, and for us in Australia, yes, they're trialling, but rarely have they seen a track they're going to for the first time. Not saying that there's many tracks or any tracks in the world like Happy Valley, but it's horses with ability. They can go to Cranbourne under lights for the first time, or Moonee Valley, which are both tight tracks in their own right, and go there and run up to their starting price if they've shown ability. So he's already shown that. He comes in with a nice light weight of 115, and a middle draw I think looks really friendly. So they'll go really fast with Candlelight Dinner, Parents Love, Youthful Spirits, but hopefully he makes himself look really good ending the season.
It is Ben Thompson. Paul, now it's a pretty quick replay, the first one, because it is unfortunately the season's wet race, and we obviously don't want to see that again because it was very hard to watch. But from a form perspective, this is the last piece of the race, and you've mentioned the speed around horses that have run first, second and fifth coming out of it.
Yeah, exactly. I quite like the fourth horse here, Healthy. He's well rated now, and he should get the race run to suit, and he's drawn barrier number 1.
That was the reason why that replay was so quick. Candlelight Dinner, Paul, speaking of pace in the race, here's another one, but he's taken a real liking to Happy Valley. He comes into this grade from barrier number 2, Keith Young for Me Choi.
So he's had 7 goes in the grade, and he's only been placed once, but he's improved with every run, this horse. So he's in peak form at the moment since he's been here to Hong Kong, and this was the win, and you can see him absolutely streeting this field. So a really strong win from him. Look, I'm going to put him in of the pacemakers. I think he's the one that could probably last a bit the longest.
What's your top 4?
Going to go with Healthy on top. Well-rated horse now from barrier number 1. Last win of 65. He's getting down to that rating now, and barrier number 1 for him. So he's on top to beat Candlelight Dinner. Superb Capitalist won that race that we saw, and we'll put the all-out in. I mean, Jamie Richards was a fantastic trainer of 2-year-olds back in New Zealand before he came up here. He won the Karaka Millions years in a row as well. So, look, I'm sure that they've got a plan with this horse coming here to Happy Valley. 5, 6 to 11.
Great run and a good draw. Healthy for Paul to win race number 6. On to the preview for race number 7. This is over the 1200 and is a Class 4. Denfield loves this grade. He's at the top of the book. Enjoy Golf has the visor off, the blinkers going back on. Fortune Whiskey, 2-time course and distance winner. Prime Mortar's a 3-time course and distance winner. Exceed the Wish comes in as horse number 8. Alexi Bedell, Mark Newnham carries £119. Metal King Cheap Pieces, first time. Ace Power, blinkers off. Visor, first time for him. Everyone's getting a chance here, Paul.
It looks that way. I mean, just the way the race can pan out. You've got Happy Park, who likes the lead. Vigor Elegant's drawn wide, but he's got the speed to get across, I think, outside the leader. Maybe he'll even go on with it. Enjoy Golf likes to go forward. Prime Mortar, Bienvenue and Fortune Whiskey will be happy midfield. Denfield loves this grade. He should have a good run with Ritten Casa. Country Dancer likes to go back. Exceed the Whisk comes into the race. Metal King and Ace Power, the ones that will go back, I think.
Our first replay is Fortune Whiskey, who's had a very consistent season. Beaten favourite here. He's down on the inside. But the horse that beat him, Paul, Glory B, is another one that's had a really good season around Happy Valley.
He has. Look, I'm going to put Fortune Whiskey in. His win was off 52. He's rated 58 here with a £5 claim, but did run second here of 56. So, look, I think he's on about his mark at the moment, around that rating. I'm going to put him in. He doesn't go on a win line, but he's quite consistent, as you said.
What about Denfield? His trial since his last run was very impressive, and his last run was also very good. He didn't have too much luck from the draw. He held on for third. Can't get it together in Class 3, but he certainly can in Class 4.
Yeah, look, he's a 3-time winner here, 3 seconds, 2/3 from 14 starts. Look, Bienvenue was a 1.7 favourite here and was a little bit disappointing in the race. He finishes 6th. Now, he's... I might put that down to the good to yielding track here with him, because he'd been quite consistent before that. I think both these two are good chances, but I like Denfield in this grade.
Okay, that is that replay. And finally, Enjoy Golf third, and Happy Park, who's been in your numbers a few times throughout the season. He has missed a run following this, who was scratched on the 11th of June with a lame left fall.
I'll put him in because I think he'll be in front, out of trouble, Happy Park. His win was off 51 and he's on that rating now. So he's capable. There's no question about that. He didn't do much in this race. He didn't get to the front. I think he's a lot better horse once you see him get to the front.
That's Little Paradise winning that race, and you'll see Little Paradise at Sha Tin on Sunday. Your makeup of the top four.
Going to go with Denfield, the horse here in Class 4. He's in the right grade, and the trial was good from him. Happy Park, Fortune Whiskey and Bienvenue. I think we covered them all quite well, and those three are quite consistent horses. But I do like the one. I think Denfield can win this.
No need to go past Denfield. Top of the book for the first leg of the late treble. Race number 8, good quality race. This one, the Begonia handicap. It's a Class 2 over the 1800 metres. Wider draw for Noisy Boy. Sharp and Bright comes into the field to replace CP Brave as number 2. Braveheart second time at the Valley. Embraces first time at 1800 metres. Woodfire Bro steps up from the 1650. Beauty Alliance is 2 from 3 over the 1800 metres. Star Mac has the cheek pieces off and the blinkers going back on. Good run of the first turn here, Paul, with joint leaders.
Well, look, Flamingo Trillion likes the lead. I've got no question he's going to be there. The Query's Noisy Boy. Luke Ferraris has been booked. He likes to go forward. He's a positive rider. The horse can go forward or back. There's a big run to that first bend. I thought he might try and get outside the leader. Now, Beauty Alliance, something similar as well. He's drawn barrier number 9, so he'll just need a bit of luck to get in. Noisy Boy's drawn at 11. So I think those two will be fighting for that position. Woodfire Bro, whatever happens, can just tuck in behind them. Sharp and Bright comes into the race from a low draw. Winning Wings drawn well. Cambridge, he won't be too far away. Bravehearts is one that does like to get back. And Embraces, he always goes back and he's drawn barrier 12.
Here's Mark Newnham now talking Bravehearts. Mark, Braveheart's back to Happy Valley this week. Was it the only suitable race left on the calendar for him?
Yeah, that's pretty much sums it up. And he's in good form, so I need to race him again. Look, I think I didn't have him when he ran at Happy Valley previously, so, he's been pretty consistent all season for me. And I would think that, 1800, if they go a good gallop, it'll put him in the frame somewhere.
You've had no luck with the barriers all night, and he's another one in a long line of wide draws, unfortunately.
Yeah, look, that's out of my control. You can only have an influence on things you can control. Barriers aren't one of them. I just need some good rides.
What about tactics from that wide draw? Have you thought much through that yet?
I've had a brief look at it. Look, he's a horse with not a lot of gate speed anyway, so he'll be in the second half of the field. We'll probably have to rely on a genuine tempo. But I think, the way they race at Happy Valley, they tend to get going early. If he can find the back of something from the 600 and build, he'll be pretty strong late.
Mark Newnham on Braveheart. Here's our first replay, Paul. There's a few to look at amongst the coming up replays. Cambridge running second, Flamingo Trillion third. It's his favourite course and distance. Do they figure in your numbers?
Cambridge does. Flamingo Trillion had every chance, I thought. They went slow, and that's how he wins his races. So I don't know if he's racing as well as he was earlier in the season. But Cambridge, look, he definitely is going nice. I thought he was entitled to win this race because he sat off a slow pace. But he's a horse that's found a bit of form, so we'll put him in for sure.
Winning Wing trialled earlier in this season at the Valley, so he has had a look at the track. He's been pretty consistent all season, and this run was really good over the 1800 metres at Sha Tin last time.
Yeah, he hasn't had too much luck. He drew 13 here, drew 9 the time before. But he's been a consistent horse. Dylan Moe does know the horse pretty well. He's ridden him most of his starts. He's drawn 3, so he should get a nice run back along the rail. I thought this horse Winning Wing. So, he's going to get his chance. Gentleman Legacy's come out and won out of this race as well. So, the form doesn't look too bad.
Horse that won the race, Joy of Spring, that was 2 in a row for him. We saw him in the first replay also. Where does Beauty Legacy fit amongst your selections? Because this is 1400 metres last time at Sha Tin. He ran on well along the inside, and that step up, the extra 400 metres, is not going to worry him one bit.
No, he would have been on top if he had drawn better, but barrier number 9 is just a little concern. He just might have to work a little bit to get across in that early stages. He'll be in a battle, I think, with Noisy Boy. If Noisy Boy doesn't go forward, it's going to make it a lot easier for Beauty Alliance. So I've just got him as the Quinella horse. I think you can make a case for every runner in this race.
It's a really good quality class too, as Rising from Ashes wins that race. Next up, it's time to have a look at Woodfire Bro, and you said you can make a case for every horse, but you're going to make a strong case for this one.
Well, look, he's won off an 84 rating. He's down here now to 79. He did win. He won his first race this season, but he did win the back end of last season, about this meeting last year. So he's more than capable, and he maps really well. Look, in an open race, he's going to be. Hopefully, he's about 20 to 1. This horse, so I'm going to make him the value play.
You go straight off that replay to the top of the selections.
Yeah, so we'll put him as the value play to beat Beauty Alliance. He should start favourite. He's got a few things in his favour, but the draw is against him. Cambridge and Winning Wing. Each way about the 7 for me. 7, 8, 9, 10.
It's a win for Keith Young and Michael Cheng for Paul in race number 8. And the last race at Happy Valley on Wednesday is a Class 3, 1,200 metres. And we've got Power Kep, who's been in grand form. He's horse number 2. Nordic Dragon, 6-time course and distance winner. Gracious Express, last start winner. Marvel and Gold has the hood off. The earplugs going on. Very Grateful wears blinkers for the first time. Never Too Soon up in grade after winning by 3 lengths over Exceed the Wish in Class 4 last start, Paul. And there's the speed map.
Yeah, look, Golden Empire can go forward. Fun Elite, he's been going forward. He actually led last start in a lower grade. Power Kep could get a good run. Now, Everstar's drawn barrier 1, so he should get every opportunity. Very Grateful. Blinkers on for the first time. He's looked good in his 2 starts in Hong Kong. Beauty Infinity will need luck because he goes back when he draws wide, and Marvel and Gold likes to go forward. And he's gone forward in both his 2 starts, but barrier 9 makes it tricky.
Karis Teaton first up on Sovereign Fund. Karis, a Sovereign Fund, 4 rides, 1 win, 3 seconds. You've struck up a great association with this horse.
Yes, Mark, it looked like I literally got on him at the right time. Like you say, his run has been really good lately since he's won. I felt like, he's gone up in class, but he's still been running pretty well.
He led and won in Class 4. He's been ridden back in Class 3, so there's plenty of versatility around him, isn't there?
Yeah, when he won, he broke pretty well from an inside gate, got a soft lead, and he went pretty easy. And after that, sometimes we got a bit of an awkward draw, and he hasn't been broken as well as what we want with him. We've done some work in the morning, and let's hope we get a better start on Wednesday.
That's a telling factor. You've had no luck at all with the draw this week, barrier 12.
Yeah, the draw is not in his favour again, but I think if he can overcome the draw, he's a capable horse to get his winning Class 3.
You've had those couple of rides. You mentioned you've done plenty of work. Have you been happy with that track work?
Yes, he feels fresh. I had a piece of jump out on the 1800 metre with him, and I was really happy the way the horse felt. Looking forward to riding him again. And
Michael's horse is going pretty well at the moment too.
Yeah, can't stop Michael. He's flying. He seems like he's got his horse going well. So let's hope did some magic with this one also.
There is Karis talking Sovereign Fund. Paul, we've got winning form in our first replay. It's Gracious Express, who was pretty well supported this night, gets the job done. Golden Empire down the track. And Very Grateful, this was just his second outing, and important addition of blinkers this week. Yeah, look, Golden Empire drew 12, so I think he'll be a lot more forward in this race. I did like the run here of Very Grateful. He did wear blinkers when winning in New Zealand, and he was the one that caught the eye, finishing off strongly here. So Grace Express doesn't really do it 2 in a row, so I prefer Very Grateful in that. Power Kep is absolutely flying. He runs second here. He hasn't gone a bad race since he's been with Mark Newnham, and the horse behind him hasn't had too much luck in Everstar. No, he hasn't. He's drawn barrier 1, so he'll get his chance. Both these two will go in because Power Kep's been so consistent recently, and as a 7-year-old, he's racing probably in career best form. He's had a few stables, this horse. He started off Life of John Size, Manfred Mann, and now he's here with Mark Newnham. And finally, what about Fun Elite making his way back into Class 3? Runs second outside of the speed here, and he'll come up with a lightweight and stays at the 1200. Again, he had every chance in this race. He was beaten by a 30 to 1 chance as well. I just thought he was going to go on and win it. Now, he did carry the big weight, so he's going to find it a lot easier with a lighter weight. Is he capable of winning at the bottom of this grade? Probably is, actually, the way he's been racing. I've just got him in on a minor line, though. I think he's picked a strong field to come up in grade. but very grateful with those blinkers on. Gets the job done.
Yeah, he does. I think he can. He's only had the 2 starts. He's run 4th in both, and the blinkers will help him. Everstar should get every chance from the inside. Then Fun Elite and Power Cap. So again, down towards the bottom of the book here, 9, 10, 12 and 2.
It's all about race 9 at number 9. That's the preview for the second last Happy Valley meeting of the season. There's still Sha Tin and Happy Valley next week to come. But meeting this week, meeting number 86 gets underway at 6:40 on Wednesday night.